This is a paid program. JJ Publicidad, EMR, and its owners and associates take no responsibility for the opinions or statements made by the talk show host or their guest.
Islands with a touch of heaven, beautiful faces, beautiful cultures, beautiful races, beautiful places, mountains, beaches to the shore. We got more, yeah, that's for sure. People, fiestas, fun together. Every day is summer, you'll love the weather. Kahit ano, we got it all. Sa lupang sinangalan, ako'y natuto maglakad. Pangarap ko'y makasakay sa hangin lumilipad. Saan man ako, dalhin ako'y patuloy babalik. Kagaya ng tubig sa lupa'y hahalik. Nadadaan ang lahat sa sipag at dasal. May dalang liwanag ang pagmamahal. Shine, Pilipinas, shine!
Mabuhay! Hello everybody! Good morning, Philippines! Thank you, Cecille, Erica, for joining me, and also my beautiful daughter, Hanna, for being here as my co-host. Cecille, it's been a long time. I always wanted to have you back at Buhay-buhay sa Amerika as my co-host, and this time, package deal. Kasama pa natin ang ating mga second generation na mga anak. At Erica, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you po for inviting us, Tita.
Yeah, and I love what the Tres Marias did, Cecille. Parang may rap na tayo, meron pa tayong kumpleto ang putahe today. By the way, magandang umaga, bayan. This is Rhia Luz of Buhay-buhay sa Amerika, live at Entremujeres Radio. You are watching us at Facebook, Buhay-buhay sa Amerika, and YouTube, Buhay-buhay sa Amerika, and Entremujeres Radio. On our new studio. How do you like this studio, Cecile?
I know, napakaganda. It's really our first time here.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Javier, for having us. At sinabi mo, Rhia, this is a very special episode. We are celebrating the 123rd
Yes.
Philippine Independence. Yay! At mas maganda pa nga dito dahil alam mo, kahit malayo tayo sa Pilipinas, nandito ang puso ng bawat Pilipino. That's dito right. Sa Arizona as we celebrate today's special event.
Yes.
Thank you, Rhia, for having us.
Oh, I always love having you, Cecile. And Erica, you have anything else to say?
I'm really glad po that you invited us to be here today, Tita, because we don't really get that many opportunities to show how proud we are truly to be part of the Philippines and how rich our culture really is. So I'm glad that you invited us today so that we can show that more.
Well, you are part of Buhay-buhay sa Amerika. You don't need invitation. And how about my beautiful daughter, Hanna? Anything you wanted to add?
Very happy to be here today. I love Philippine independence.
Yes. Hanna, let's start with you. What do you like and remember about Philippines?
For me, I really like Filipino music, from like P-pop to like Hero Banawa and Sharon Cuneta. I think Filipino music is all like so nice to listen to.
Oh, can you give us a sample
Of what?
of Filipino music?
Oh, I really like Sharon Cuneta's song.
Okay. Do you remember one?
Mr. DJ.
Oh.
Very much classic.
And I know you like to sing that May Sikreto Ako from Carol Banawa. Can you give us a little bit? May
Yay!
Sikreto Ako.
Oh, this one, yeah. Mr. DJ.
Hannah's going to sing. Okay. One more?
What song?
That May Sikreto Ako.
May sikreto akong sasabihin sa'yo. Mayroon nangyaring hindi mo alam. Ito'y isang lihim, itinagong kahit tagal. Muntik na kitang minahal.
Wow!
That's really nice, Hanna.
Well, thank you, Hannah. So, for those of you to continue hearing Hannah's song, please keep sharing this message, this episode, and share, like, and subscribe to Buhay-buhay
sa Amerika.
Thank you so much. How about you, Erica? What do you remember most about Philippines?
Since bata pa ako, yung nag-alis po kami, yung natatandaan ko po talaga yung places na pumunta ng mga pamilya namin. So, sa Enchanted Kingdom, sa mga beach, yung mga sari-sari store, when we went to Pampanga to visit Daddy's family. Of course, all of the beaches sa Philippines, talagang nami-miss ko po.
Well, thank you so much. And we see Lani Rillamas Patubo already are commenting, Happy Independence Day, Philippines. So for all of you who are watching, please comment and share. And at the end of our show and in between, we will be reading comments, right, Cecille?
Of course. Because we really want you to participate
Yes.
sa occasion na ito dahil
Yes.
ito talaga para sa lahat.
Yes.
Sa bawat Pilipino dito sa Arizona.
Kitang-kita ko ang ganda ni Cecille Rivera Maglalang diyan sa anong yan, sa highlight na yan. Thank you, Cecille, and I'm so glad you're back. And
Thank you.
habang nandito tayo at gusto nating i-reminisce ang Philippines and celebrate our Philippines Independence Day. Imagine how much we have come. More than 123rd anniversary na natin. That is quite an accomplishment. And we look forward na mas marami pang malalayang taon ang i-celebrate natin bilang Pilipino. Hindi lang malaya, kundi
Masagana.
maunlad, masagana, at higit sa lahat, mapayapa
Yes.
ang ating bansa. Hannah, do you have anything to add?
I think the Philippines has really grown so much. And I'm very proud to be half Filipino because of my mom. So I'm very proud of the Philippines.
Thank you, Hannah. And Erica, what makes you proud to be a Filipino?
Well, of course, Tita, it's truly the culture of the Philippines. Yung mga religious po namin, we're so religious, and all of the blessings and being prayerful and truly just having a respect for your elders, because it is truly important to realize that they made you who you are. So showing the respect, and it's just really great that Philippines is being represented more today than it has been in the past. So it's very nice to see that as I'm growing up, that my culture is being spread more throughout the world.
Very true. Very true, Erica.
And then, in addition with that, Rhia, you know that we Filipinos, we really have a very strong family ties. So, even though you are from different countries, kahit sa ibang-ibang lugar kayo, ng mundo, there's always a Filipino, and that Filipino will always remember yung love niya sa family niya, sa country niya. Kaya, alam mo yun, dumadami lalo. Dumadami lalo ang mga nagsisilbi ng mga talagang masisipag na Pilipino. Mga nurses na tulad
thank you.
ninyo. That's
At
really nice.
Ang IT nating Pilipino ay dumarami rin,
Of
kagaya ni Eric Maglalang.
Yeah.
At higit sa lahat, talagang maganda at nare-represent ang Pilipino sa anumang areas at career na ngayon. Hindi lamang agriculture, but we're very known for many other fields. Ayan, sabi ni Lani Relyamas Patubo, the beloved land of our Pinoy pioneers who came in the 1920s and 30s, including here in Phoenix. Thank you so much, Lani. And Hanna, I actually post a Filipino wish for Philippines Independence Day. Would you be able to kindly read it to me, Hanna, to all of our audience? This is a good practice for our young
course,
generation
yeah.
to love our Filipino language. Hanna, can you be able to read that for us?
Mabuhay ka, Pilipinas kong mahal. Naway matamon mo na ang tunay na pagpunlad at pagbabago sa puso, sa diwa at sa ekonomiya. Pilipinas kong mahal, mabuhay ka. Dasal at nais ay maging maunlad, maligaya at malaya ka. Naway manaig ang pagmamahal nating lahat sa Diyos, sa ating bayan at kapwa na tulad ng isang pamilya. Mabuhay ka aming inang bayang Pilipinas, sa puso at ugat at nananalaytay. Ang pag-ibig sa'yo, ina naming mahal.
Wow! Happy Independence Day, Philippines!
Very poetic.
Thank you so much. It's good that we teach our younger generation our language. Kaya talagang natutuwa ako kapag si Hanna ay binibigkas ang ating sariling wika.
At maganda ang wika natin.
Ano, Cecille? How about Erica? I like that rap that you and your sisters did. The Tres Marias. What did you like about that rap?
The rap po came from one of ABS-CBN's summer stations po, and it was Enrique Hill po who rapped it for the summer station, and the three of us really liked how it truly just described the essence of the Philippines, what we stand for, and how beautiful the Philippines really is, and how many like natural wonders we have.
Yes.
Like that's a lot of islands, 7,000 of them. So, and I'm also very grateful to Mommy, of course, and Daddy for teaching us how to speak Tagalog. Kasi kahit malayo kami sa Pinas, meron pa rin kaming part ng Pinas sa amin pag nag-speak kami ng Tagalog. So,
At saka, Rhia, no, nakakatuwa. Sa ngayon, of course, we are still in pandemic.
Yes.
Alam mo itong mga kababayan natin, sa gitna ng paghihirap, hindi yan, kumbaga, nawawalan ng pag-asa. These are resilient people.
Yes.
That, kahit anong unos ang itapat mo sa isang Pinoy, magiging masaya pa rin, matatag, at puno ng pananampalataya sa Diyos. I guess that's more than anything. It's the faith that we have as Filipinos that makes us really, stronger and very resilient in life.
Kaya nga, Cecille. Kaya talagang maganda at tuwing anniversary celebration of Philippine Independence Day here in Arizona, ang ating Council of Filipino Organizations of Arizona, which is CFO, Council of Filipino Organizations of Arizona, they celebrate this Independence Day with a bang. And today, dahil nasa virtual celebration pa rin tayo, meron tayong bang na VIP na guest today. Ang chairwoman ng Philippine Independence Day celebration will be joining us later on in the show. Kaya, huwag kayong aalis at marami pa tayong pakulo na maririnig mula sa ating mga kababayan. Kaya isa pa, ang natuwa ako dun sa sinabi kanina ng Tres Marias, dasal at tiyaga at higit sa lahat pagiging masipag ng bawat Pilipino ang talagang magbubunsod, magpapaunlad sa atin.
Correct.
At how about you, Hanna? Anong masasabi? What can you say about how we can continue to promote Philippine heritage and our tradition?
I think that continuing to speak the language is a very good one. There's a lot of culture and history stored within language, and that makes it so important to be able to like continue to learn it. I think other forms of Filipino culture that have had like a rise in popularity recently have been like Filipino foods and
Filipino foods,
especially Filipino foods, and then also like Filipino
like that
movies and
Lechon.
dramas as well.
Yes. Filipino movies, did you say?
Yeah,
look at that.
On Netflix, you can find
Yeah.
like My X's and Y's and like
From-
a lot of movies.
That's from RD's Sol Saldivar, ang Araneta Saldivar, ang may-ari ng RD's ngayon sa Pilipinas.
Wow.
Look at that food. And the lechon came from Lutong Bahay. Thank you so much, Javier, for sharing these beautiful foods. And I'm sure after this, we will all be hungry and go to a Filipino restaurant.
Yes.
And that is one of the things we can do to promote
Of
more
course.
our culture and also help the businesses. Kaya also for those businesses who wanted to be a sponsor of Buhay-buhay sa Amerika,
They're
come
welcome.
on in. Yes, we wanted to promote your businesses here. You can either ask me or Cecille or any of the Buhay-buhay sa Amerika committee and be a sponsor today, so then we can continue
To help
airing
each
more shows. So with this, Cecille, I'll ask you to we will be coming back for the next episode or chapter of this episode. Cecille?
So wag kayong aalis, babalik kami.
Thank you, and we'll pause for a commercial after this.
At magbabalik po ang Buhay-buhay sa Amerika. Wag kayong aalis. Nagbabalik ang Buhay-buhay sa Amerika ni Rhia Luz.
Hello! Nagbabalik ang Buhay-buhay sa Amerika ni Rhia Luz kasama si Cecille Rivera Maglalang, Erica Maglalang, and my daughter Hanna Kulu. And today, kasama natin ang ating Chairwoman ng Philippines Independence Day celebration here in Arizona, the Chairwoman of the Council of Filipino Organizations here in Arizona. Without further ado, Madam Alma de Garriz. Madam!
Hello, good afternoon po.
Sorry po, Madam. Dito po kayo tumingin.
Good afternoon. Ayan, I was now I know. Now I have the camera in front of
Sorry.
me.
Marami kasing camera. Yung palang...
Okay, hello there. Take two.
This one.
Ito pala. Take three. Ayan. So you can tell talagang live ito, ha?
Yeah.
Live.
Ang daming
Hindi siya
camera.
recorded. So
Yes,
take
madam.
three. Thank you very much for inviting me, Rhia. It's a very good opportunity to be
Yes.
invited today because of what we're celebrating today.
Yes. And It is an honor, Madam. Finally, we have you as our guest. And we are celebrating the Philippine Independence Day celebration, which is an annual celebration here in Arizona. And
Yes, it is.
thank you for coming over. I know you're
Yeah.
very busy today.
We were not able to celebrate it live last year
Yes.
because everybody
Yes.
canceled it.
Yes.
But right now, so in order to still practice safe measures,
Yes.
so we're doing it virtually this year. So hopefully you guys stay tuned. It's actually ongoing now. It started at 9, and it'll
yes.
end at 10. So there will be a lot of video performances by our local talents.
Yes, that's what I was
Yes.
asking to Jen. Give us a little glimpse of those. But that's the chance for them to watch at where can they watch
It's
it?
posted via Facebook.
Uh-huh.
It's posted on the Council of Filipino Organizations of Arizona FB page.
Yes.
And actually, we're very lucky to have a welcome video from Consul General Badajoz.
Yes.
He's a very, very nice person, very, very accommodating. So he was able to provide us with a welcome message. Very
That's
good
nice.
message for the
Wow.
Filipino community.
And talking about the Consul General Badajoz, he's coming to Buhay-buhay sa Amerika
Yes.
on June 26
Wow.
for an interview. So, marami tayong pakulo this June.
Yeah, marami.
Yeah.
In fact, when they did the outreach, the embassy, we just asked him, impromptu, can we interview you? He was very nice.
Yes, he
He
is.
accommodated
Right there
us.
is
Yeah.
our congen.
Yeah.
Edgar Badajos. Ayan ang ating next guest in
Yes.
Arizona. sa-
Looking forward to that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the best thing is they're coming back to help with the
Outreach programs, yeah.
consular outreach back to Arizona, I believe, in August. So,
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of people during the outreach. They only did it for 2 days. Pero maraming mga walk-in. So they actually went over
Yeah.
over the time that they planned to have it done.
yes,
Yeah.
they're very nice. All the people in the consular of LA are very nice to work with. And mabalik tayo, Madam.
Okay,
Balik
okay.
tayo ngayon sa Arizona.
Celebrate.
Cecille, itanong natin kasi maraming tatanong, ano ba ang Council of Filipino CFO, Council of Filipino Organizations of Arizona. Pakikwento sa atin.
Okay. There is a big misconception that the CFOAZ, which is the Council of Filipino Organizations of Arizona, mandates what the other organizations are doing. I just want to make it clear that we are just an umbrella council, meaning we oversee the other organizations, but they have different leadership. So we don't mandate what they do, what they cannot do. We're just the central point of contact, especially for those Filipinos who are new to Arizona and they don't know whom to look for. So we are the center of that. So when they message us on Facebook, then we can, like, let's say if there's a Filipina from the Visayan region, then they ask us, then there's a Bisaya club. So we can guide them
Direct,
through the process. So that's the misconception that we mandate what the other organizations do. But the good thing about it is, although there's only one chairperson, which is currently I'm in that position, and it changes every two to 3 years, and it's all volunteer work. So this is a non-profit social organization. We don't get money from sponsors, and if we do, we
Share
give it
it.
back. We give it back to the community.
Thank you. And I know Ate Losario was the past chair of the PIDC, which is, we know how much they really are so involved
Yes,
in
yes.
promoting the culture, tradition, and our heritage here in Arizona. And I think we really have to applaud that.
And that's really nice, Rhia, no? Because it's really inspiring because in
Yeah.
spite of we are all so busy, but we choose to do this
Yes.
thing for the benefit of others. And being in a foreign country, it's so hard. Where will I buy this? What
Yes.
will I do
Yeah.
if my passport is like this? And I'm I'm an Ilocano, you know, you feel more comfortable reaching out to those people na mga
Yes.
kababayan mo.
Oo.
So it's really nice to know that, you know, if we have new members in the community, they can reach out to you
Yeah.
guys and you can direct them.
Yes, we
That's
can
the
guide
good.
them, and then it's up to them which organization they
would
want to
choose,
join,
yeah.
and then we're just there as the point of contact.
Yes.
So, and we are all volunteers. So,
Yeah.
And
So-
you have any question to the chair?
Well, Tita, I just wanted to say that I wish that we knew about this, our family, when we first moved here in about like 2007, 2008. Kasi po, wala kaming pamilya dito.
Oh,
so
okay.
it would have been nice to know that there was an organization that we could have reached out to get help. But I'm very grateful that we found other communities such as the BLD community and OLV, which are religious groups. And
Okay.
I'm very grateful for what you're doing, Potita, because there are a lot of people who struggle in a new country. I know how it feels, like the language barrier, not knowing where stuff is. So it's very nice, and I wish I could help out sometimes.
I think that's where what the premise was, because a lot of people were asking, okay, what do we do? Where do we go? Who should I go with? So I think Philip Trainer was one of the brains into this. So there were a lot of backlash because why are you demanding so no. It's just a volunteer work. If we have a new Filipina, like a family straight from the Philippines or from other states, then we help. Yeah.
That's the beauty of Filipino. Ang bayanihan, ang pagkakaisa ay talagang everywhere we go. We carry it with us.
Yeah.
And Hanna, would you like to ask any more question to our chair woman, Madam Alma? I know you may be interested. How about about the organizations involved?
So what organizations do you guys have in your in the whole like council?
Well, right now we have over 19 organizations. Most of them are active. Some of them are not as active as we want them to be. But that's okay. I mean, these are all volunteer organizations as well. A lot of them there are two that I know of, 2 or 3 nurses organization, depending on where you live.
Yeah.
And then there are probably 3 or 4 Lions clubs.
Do you have the names,
Yeah,
Madam?
so, and then I would like to make mention,
Yeah.
the Filipino community of Arizona is the oldest. Not oldest members. I'm sure they will not forgive me for saying this, but they're the oldest in conception. So they've been here in the 80s, I believe, or 70s. So they're the oldest, and I think SBA is also one of the longest
SBA
running.
means
Samahang Bayanihan of Arizona,
Wow.
one of the longest running organizations. And of course, one particular one is 3,000 Club.
Yeah, 3,000.
And then there are about
Ate Eto,
3
sorry.
or 5 Lions Club, Barangay Lions Club. We have Phoenix Phil-Am Lions Club, Phoenix Lions Without Border, and Phoenix Rainbow Lions. Those are the 2 new ones.
Yeah.
And then there are also a lot of social organizations. Like I'd like to promote our organization. We're the Filipino American Association of Arizona. We're based in the West Valley, and it was started in 2002 simply because we're all in the military family. And when we came here, I said we didn't know anyone. So that's where it started. And then we have the youth group, which is the Filipino American Youth Association.
Wow, that's a lot.
And then also we have FAMAS, which is the Filipino American Marriage Arizona, and FUNS. FUNS is unique in its own because it's the Filipino American Historical National Society. So if we need to have some information about the history of the Philippines, they're our go-to organization. And we have the FAST of AZ, we have PINAS, the Nurses Association, we have the Bisaya Club, as I mentioned earlier, we have IFA, headed by Iman. It's about film industry that they're promoting here in Arizona. We have the Abaca Foundation.
Yes.
Their goal is about education, teaching the Filipino language to our young children. We have the Knights of Rizal. I think there are 3 of them. Then we have 2 chambers of commerce. We have the FABCA and the PACA. And then we have the other Nurses Association, Filipino-American Nurses of Grand
Canyon
Grand
State.
Canyon
FANOGs.
State. Yeah,
Yeah.
FANOGs. So I apologize in advance if I did not mention your organization, but there's a lot.
A lot,
And we're still
yeah.
accepting more.
Yes, and maybe I can register Women's Federation for World Peace
Yes,
of
yes,
Arizona.
yeah.
So
We don't discriminate. It doesn't mean that if you don't have Filipino members,
Yeah.
we cannot. It's just that if you are engaged with the Filipino community, then we can help out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Huh? How do you feel about knowing now we have so many organizations, Hannah and Erica?
What I really appreciate it because a lot of young kids who didn't necessarily were born or grown up in the Philippines now have a chance to learn more about their tita. So that's really great. And of course, like there's school to tell me about yourself one, but it's really different when you're learning it from a Pinoy's perspective and in a Pinoy way, I guess, perhaps
Yes.
of teaching. And I've heard of many of those organizations before, and they've done truly great things for the community, especially for the young kids in teaching Tagalog and the film industry, which some of our friends are in, I get. Yeah. So it's very just great to see again, like the Filipino culture being spread throughout not just Arizona, but really the whole world. And it's truly hospitable. What you're doing, like you're offering a shelter for those who don't have one, and for them like being new here and just need help starting out on their 2 feet. Our family really knows how that feels. So my heart feels full knowing that there's someone there to, and there's organizations to help other people out so that they don't have to go through what we had to go through. And it's definitely going to be an easier and better way to settle into a new life and a new change.
Yes.
Hannah, you have anything to add?
I think it's really admirable that you guys have all these organizations, and you're like still like taking in more, because it just shows like the resiliency of like the Filipino people to like really spread out and like build that huge community and family.
And my question, Rhia, no? So you mentioned all this organization. How can us or other people who are interested to be, in service to that certain group, what's the best thing to do? Maybe, if they're very good in cooking and everything.
Yes.
Next.
Cecile, maganda yung question mo. Pero, ikakat natin yung question mo for our next segment.
Okay.
So, madam, bigyan kita ng time para sagutin yan.
Okay.
Because after this, Cecile, we will be right back for our commercial.
At magbabalik po ang buhay-buhay sa Amerika. Huwag kayong aalis.
Hello! Once again, we're back live at Entremujeres Radio for our third segment na ng ating show. Cecile, ang bilis! Meron kang question kanina kay Madam Alma.
Yes.
Ano nga uli yung tanong mo,
Yes,
Cecile?
Miss Alma, kasi nabanggit mo itong mga organizations na ito, no? So, for us na, kanya-kanyang talento ang mga Pilipino. So, ano ang kailangan nilang gawin if they want to, be of help to other Filipinos? what to do, where to go to, who to contact with?
Well, technically, if you're not sure where to go to, that's where you contact the CFO AZ, because we can guide you to which group you may be interested in. And then once you figure out, once you know the group, then let's say normally the nurses, of course, they want to be with the nurses organization. And if you have a youth group, then they go with an organization that has a youth group. And also the proximity of where you live also,
Okay.
it plays a big role. Because like our organization, we're mostly from the West Valley. So it's kind of difficult if you're from the East Valley, although it's still possible. If you're from the East Valley and then we have an event, we have rehearsals, then it's kind of far. And then also where you're from, what region you're from. So it's always nice if you're from, you said you're from the north, then there is Apo yata, I think. Apo is one of them. So it depends on the region. And then
So do we have a website on that?
Yeah,
ang website ng CFO is Council of Filipino Organizations in Arizona. And then all the member organizations will be there.
Okay. So, great. That's nice.
See, marami na silang matututunan sa ating episode ngayon at lalong higit makaka-connect sila sa
I know.
tamang group
Yeah.
na kanilang gustong puntahan.
Kahit
At-
naman i-suggest namin, okay,
Yeah.
this is a good
Yeah.
organization for you, it's still your choice. So we don't tell you, oh, you have to go to this group. Hindi ganon. So we suggest, and then we suggest events, and then it's up to you. If your family, even then, if you join the group and then you feel like you're looking for more, then you go join another group.
Yes. And kanina, nakita ko si Dr. Pam Sapanta, may message siya ng Filipino Club is another organization daw. Maybe one of the oldest, sabi mo nga,
Yes.
hindi oldest in age.
Yeah, ang Filipino Club, as far as I know, is one of the oldest running organization, and a lot of them are still active.
Yes.
You know, here and there they're active. So, yeah.
Yes. And we would like to make mention and appreciate Miss Jen Pacto Aquino
Yes, yes.
for putting all this together.
Together.
with the PIDC, ang ating event coordinator ng ng
course.
Buhay-buhay sa
Buhay-buhay.
Amerika too. Kaya malapit na, Cecil, ang ating anniversary.
That will be in August.
Yes. So,
Actually, as a chairman, I got the easy job.
Yes.
Because I oversee.
Yes.
It's Jen who's
Who's
actually
putting all
doing the
together.
labor and hard work, and the other committee.
Yeah, Jen.
Who's spearheading the committee. I'm just like overseeing. So
Yeah.
I got a good job.
yes, definitely. You're
It
always
may be important, but it's a good job.
you always make the best of everything. We know Madam Alma, she's always the MC in every great events here in Arizona, together with our Dr. Red
Yes,
Espiritu. The two of you are always in my mind. Whenever I see you, I think of Dr. Red
Yeah.
Espiritu.
Yeah.
So these are just, we're mentioning the people who are very much pillar of our community.
Yeah.
But we cannot forget to mention ang ating Filipino-American Journal,
Yes.
Kuya Leo Arumid.
Yes.
At
One of our media supporters,
Yes.
Phil Journal,
Chika
Chika
Magazine.
Magazine, and
Chika,
F
Magazine.
Magazine.
Yes.
So those.
And now we even
Oh,
get
yes.
GMA
GMA
to
Pinoy. I'm so
promote.
proud that
Wow.
GMA TV Pinoy
Yes.
is our media sponsor
Yes.
this year. So
That's
It's
wonderful.
really nice, Rhia,
And
no?
of course, Buhay-buhay sa Amerika.
yes, of
Of
course,
course. How
of
can we
course.
forget? You know, with all these different organizations, makikita mo yung kahit nandito tayo sa Arizona, may pagkakaisa. Because, alam mo, may mga certain times na kailangan magkakasama tayo para maging successful yung event na
Yeah.
ito. And
Totoo.
it's so easy to tap, this one from
Yes.
Buhay-buhay,
Yeah.
this one from FF. That's really nice.
Tama ka, Cecil. At meron akong, may tanong si Cecil na isinend sa atin. Yung isang na-mention mo, Cecil, how can we show our love to our country and to our fellow Filipinos? Isa yun sa question na gusto itanong ni Cecil sa ating chair. But
Yeah.
also, we wanted to ask our audience as well. Hindi lamang ang ating chairwoman, ang question na ito ay hindi lang para sa chairwoman, kundi para sa lahat,
Sa ating lahat.
sa ating lahat na Pilipino.
Yes.
So, we will be asking her first.
Okay. So, ang tanong is, how do you
How
show
can we
your-
show our love to our country and to our fellow Filipinos?
My perspective is, I've been here in America for more than 30 years.
Wow.
So, I still believe that even if you've been outside the country, out of the Philippines for so many years, being a Filipino is still in your heart. Especially, I was born and raised there. So, being Filipino is always in your heart. But we still need to acknowledge the fact that we're in a different country. But it doesn't mean that you will forget.
Yes.
Forget where you came from. I forgot kung ano yung kantang yon, wag kalimutan kung saan ang pinanggalingan mo.
Yeah.
That's very important and always instill.
Kung may nakakaalala, ilagay lang nila sa
Yeah.
comment. Kasi nakalimutan ko na rin.
Oh, I forgot the song, but it's a folk song. It's saying that don't forget where you came from. Because if you forget where you came from, you will not be able to go where you want to go. So that's one of the things that I always instill into my children.
Yes.
Kaya yun, it's still in your heart. We're still a Filipino by heart, and probably the way we speak, the way we act, the way we make decisions, because we've been here in a different country for quite a while. But it doesn't mean that you are letting go of where you came from. So that's why we still volunteer. We still do things to promote our culture. So that's very important.
Yes. Madam, hindi ko maalala yung kanta.
Aha.
Pero naalala ko yung saying na yon.
Oo.
Ang taong marunong tumanaw sa pinanggalingan ay makararating sa
kanyang
paroroonan.
Yes.
Kaya talagang it's always good to look back
Yeah.
to our heritage, to our roots, and to our culture. And kung napapansin ng ating mga audience, ang ating pagsusuot ngayon ay isang paraan natin ito para ipakita at hindi lang ipakita, kundi iparamdam sa bawat isa. Kasi iba pagsuot mo ang ating national costume.
Oo,
Ang
yeah.
traditional clothes natin talagang nagdadala sa atin ng pride. Whenever we wear a Filipino traditional clothes, it makes it
It's
we
just
have to
proud.
really act in a decent way,
Yeah.
and in a way we will represent our country.
Ang maganda pa niyan, pati yung mga anak natin.
Yes.
They wear it, so
Yes.
you feel more proud.
That's right.
Because a lot of, maybe I'm saying it wrong, but a lot of cultures, they don't really expect. But tayo mga Pilipino, mga nanay, ay, suot mo yan, isuot mo yan. Even though they say, oh, it's too hot, isuot mo yan. Diba?
Yeah.
So we still
Yan ang
say that.
ating magandang barong Tagalog
Ayan.
at terno ang tawag dyan sa Pilipinas na national costume. And Javier, medyo you can focus it back to us. And I wanted to highlight my daughter Hanna is wearing a barong Tagalog, which is actually made of pineapple cloth. Actually, that was my, I graduated 30 years ago wearing this on my graduation, and it fits Hannah. That's the beauty. Imagine mo, 30 years ago, buhay pa rin, ha?
Buhay pa rin.
And madam, ang ating, napansin mo nila na color of the flag, ang ating
Yes,
pong suot-suot
color.
ngayon.
Of course.
At least na-promote natin ang ating flag at ang ating national flag ay nasa ating harapan. Kaya yan po ang flag ng Pilipinas. Pakitaas mo uli, Cecille, at itaas mo ng
Iwagayway.
Iwagayway. Yan. At ipakita natin ang ganda at tunay na kadakilaan ng ating bandila. Pwede na natin siyang itiklop para yes, August.
Pero anyway, nabanggit nga niya yung Rhia, no, yung mga nakaka-inspire sa ating mga Pilipino. Alam mo yung pagsusuot ng damit. Aside from that, naalala ko lang, alam mo mga Amerikano, gustong-gusto nila ang ating pansit.
Ay,
at ang
at
ating
saka lumpia.
kahit sinong Amerikanong tanungin mo, they know
Yeah.
ang pansit at ang lumpia.
Lumpia.
Yes.
Dahil sa school, nire-request ng mga, mga teachers, kaibigan. So, alam nila na pag mga Pilipino, masasarap magluto, masarap kumain. And I guess, yun talaga ang mga natin eh.
Kasi takot tayo magutom. Kaya laging may, we always have food.
At saka yung sa pagkainan, ito yung ating bonding moments
Yeah.
with our
Yes.
family. And I guess that's really important.
And Cecil, you mentioned about food. Maybe we can ask Javier to actually share some of the Filipino foods that we have in store for you. That this food will remind Filipinos of how good Filipino foods are. Yan.
Wow, barbecue.
Yan. Arroz a la Valenciana, fried chicken, spaghetti.
Filipino spaghetti.
Yes,
Filipino
and
spaghetti.
ang ating halo-halo, El Hielo, meron tayo niyan, inilagay kanina. Javier, pakita mo. Can you share that, Javier? That halo-halo? Yes, lalo ngayon, mainit.
I know.
111 degrees Fahrenheit ang aabutin natin dito sa Arizona. And yan. Ito ay merienda bundle. Ito pong El Hielo is my niece, Patrice Milan's business in the Philippines. I promote ko lang ang merienda bundle niya. Imagine, 200 pesos lang sa Pilipinas yan. Dalawa pa.
Sabihin ko sa naman yata niya.
Sa Pilipinas mo yan. You can go to El Hielo, contact El Hielo. Si Patrice Milan ang owner ng El Hielo at it is a merienda bundle. It's in the Philippines. Prensa Marilao, Bulacan po ang aking pong hometown.
Mga street foods.
Yeah,
Oo.
mga street
Namimiss
foods.
natin.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mukhang na-miss natin bigla.
I know.
Tamang
Parang alam ko kung saan ako pupunta
yes.
mamaya.
Hindi ba pupunta nga tayo sa Halo-Halo Kitchen today?
Yes, yes.
Hindi po natin sponsor pa ang Halo-Halo Kitchen for this episode. Baka sasali sa susunod. ano?
susunod.
Yeah.
Actually, don't forget to mention also yung Casa Filipina.
Yes, ang
So,
lutong bahay.
lutong bahay din.
And
So,
Scooptopia kung
Scooptopia.
dahil hindi sila nakita natin yung halo-halo ay sa Pilipinas yon. Dito yung halo-halo sa Arizona is Scooptopia.
Yun.
Yes.
And then Jollibee, of course.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jollibee.
Classic. Kakatuwa.
Ayun, kagaya nung spaghetti kanina.
Yeah, Hanna mentioned, Filipino spaghetti.
Yes. Kayang-kaya ni Cecil ang Filipino spaghetti. Para
Kasi mga
kumain.
ibang panlasa ng Pinoy,
Yes.
no? Hindi
Kailangan may hotdog.
Meron tayong
Filipino hotdog.
That's right.
Nakakatuwa.
Pure foods. Erica, what Filipino food do you like?
Well, really,
Ayan.
one of my fondest memories as a
Jollibee spaghetti.
kid was when we traveled to Pampanga to LA Cheese Bread Factory, and Daddy
Yes.
made us try the cheese bread and the Spanish bread there for the first time
Cheese bread.
in Pampanga. And I just remember eating it, and I was like, wow.
That reminds me of sweet treats of Arizona. Naku, hindi ko na
Ano yung sweet treats?
Sweet Treats of Arizona, the owner and the CEO of Sweet Treats of Arizona, Miss Cecille Rivera Maglalang, and the Vice President is Erica Maglalang. Kaya, yung...
Alam mo, Miss Alma, ang
Oh.
sweet treats kasi, ano lang yon, gusto lang din natin na kahit malayo ka sa Pilipinas, sa inyong bayang mahal, natitikman mo pa rin yung mga tinapay na,
Yes.
alam mo, inaasam-asam mo, pandesal.
Yung ube pandesal
Ube
ngayon.
pandesal.
Yun ang trending.
Meron ako
Yeah. Tsaka yung sinabi nga niya na cheese bread that, sa Pampanga.
Oo.
Kasi sa atin, no, may kanya-kanyang lugar. Pagka sinabi mong Pampanga, ito ang kanyang
Ibang klase rin.
specialty,
Oo,
of course. So, that's really nice na nadadala natin to lahat dito.
Yeah.
Kasi nababawasan yung lungkot.
Pagkamis mo.
Oo, yung longing mo for sa pamilya mo.
Yes.
It's like being there as well while
Uh-huh.
eating it.
And it's true, talagang mamimiss mo talaga yung mga pagkain na yan. Kagaya niyan, Sweet Treats of Arizona.
Oh my God!
Yes, nako. Yan ang
Karyo
ito, cheese bread, right, Cecil? Yes.
Thank you, girl.
Yes, Sweet Treats of Arizona. Contact Cecille Rivera Maglalang and Erica Maglalang, ang Vice President. Ha? Take note, we got the CEO and the Vice President.
Big time tayo ngayon.
Yes, talagang big time. Kasama natin ang mga big time. President ng
The chairwoman.
PIDC, Chairwoman. At Hanna, what do you miss about Philippines? What food? When you think of Philippines?
I like when it's the guy on the bicycle and he has the two like metal
Taho.
things. Taho, yeah.
Oh, tofu. Tofu.
Yeah, I like that, huh?
Yeah, taho.
And
It's very
still
nice when it
warm.
comes.
And then,
Yes.
yeah.
How about you, Madam? What do you like most in the Filipino food?
Ang ano ko yung mga merienda. Kasi yung mga like the food that
Fishball.
we eat, fishball. Hindi ako masyado sa street food, pero it's more like yan, halo-halo.
Yeah.
Sweet tooth ako eh. So it's more like the sweet.
Yes.
Sweet treats
And
talaga.
all the pandesal, hot. Yun ang namimiss ko, hot pandesal.
Yeah.
Kasi dito, you can buy the
know.
bread, but then by the time you get home, it's not hot pandesal anymore.
Fishball.
Ayan, ano ba yan?
Fishball.
Fishball.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember when June and I were dating back in the Philippines. To impress me, talagang kukunin niya yung yung fishball vendor, itatayo
Oh
niya
my
dyan
God.
sa all you can eat, bongga. All you can eat ang fishball. Yan.
That's a very good memory.
Yeah, memory ko. I still remember it
Yes.
because at first I didn't want to eat it
Yes.
because I said, "What? You're gonna dip it like that?" And I said, "No, try it." And then when I liked it, talagang every day pag nandun ako nagde-date kami. Kasi magkapit-bahay kami kasi my mother said, "Love thy neighbor." So I did. My husband was my neighbor. So I did.
Nice.
So every time I'm at his house and then the vendor is there, he'll tell him, "Stay here for an hour." Oh, bongga.
Kaya pala.
Love
thy neighbor.
Love thy
talaga.
neighbor.
Yes.
That's a good one too.
Kaya hindi nasungkit ang matamis na oo.
Hana, may kanta ka dun
Sabihin mo lang at gagawin ko, magkamna ko lamang ang matamis mong oo.
Oh, that's a good one.
Alam mo, nakakatawa si Hanna, no? Yung nakakakanta siya
Mahilig
ng
siyang
mga
kumanta
Tagalog.
eh.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Pag naririnig mong mga feel na mga
Yes.
kabataan na
Yeah.
marunong pa rin
Yeah.
sila, it warms your heart.
Yeah.
Yes. And kaya natutuwa naman ako na pinagbigyan ninyo ang ating pag-anyaya na sumama sa ating episode ngayon. I know marami tayong nanonood sa YouTube at sa Facebook at mga kaibigan ko sa YouTube, maraming salamat sa pagsama ninyo. Huge shout out to all my friends in YouTube. Buhay-buhay sa Amerika po. Emotion Radio at Buhay-buhay sa Amerika in Facebook. Please continue to support and just keep commenting and support Buhay-buhay sa Amerika so we can continue to bring more stories of our kababayan here in Arizona and throughout America.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
can still watch this through YouTube kasi
Yeah.
yung mga kababayan natin sa
Yes.
Pilipinas, madaling araw ngayon doon.
Ah,
But I'm
okay.
sure they would really love to
Yes.
see this episode as they also are
Yes.
celebrating the anniversary.
Unfortunately, I could not open my internet right now. Hindi ko makakita yung live na nanonood sa atin sa YouTube at Facebook. Pero maraming salamat po sa inyong pagsama. At sana ay tulungan ninyo ang lahat ng ating mga kababayan na nandito sa Arizona or throughout the world. Whatever endeavor, whatever career they're doing at anumang mga pakulo at media projects ng ating
Yeah.
mga kababayan, kailangan suportahan natin. Kasi doon tayo nananalo pag sumuporta tayo sa bawat isa. Bago tayo magwakas, Javier, could we be able to share some of our upcoming events also here in Arizona? And throughout. We wanted to make mention before we forget because we only have few minutes left. Today is actually Cornerstone for Peace and Happiness, a transformational seminar to uplift marriage and family, starting at 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the Women's Federation for World Peace USA event. And they will discuss with other like-minded people the challenges of creating a healthy marriage and family, learn how you can substantially revive your marriage and family with valuable tools, and join a movement to transform our culture into one that is conducive to happy and healthy families centered on God. And if you have questions, contact me. I'd love to give you the blessing of marriage in your home or in your events. So let me know. Contact Rhia Luz. And next week, we have James Park as our guest. For Father's Day episode, we have James Park. We have Ramel and the handsome son of Dr. Ramel A. Carlos, Bien Carlos, is coming, and that's my good friend Ramel. Dr. Ramel A. Carlos will be joining me for Father's Day episode. So June 19, it's from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. kasi he's from Guam. So we have to wake him up very early, yes. And the next is on June 26 at 1 to 2 p.m. We have the Consul General Edgar Badajos, who will be joining us live on online together with Miss Ethel Losario, Miss Sharon Jane Baisan, and Mr. President of PACA, Prince Edward will be joining me as co-host on that day. Kaya we have many things in store for you this June. Imagine. Busy. Yeah, kaya we need more friends and kababayan to continue to support our Buhay-buhay sa Amerika. So then we can continue to inform and inspire. Kasi, Madam, Buhay-buhay sa Amerika's hope is we can continue to bring stories of our kababayan here in America.
And allow me to say
Yes,
this,
yes,
Rhia. You know, Buhay-buhay sa Amerika has really been a good, what's that?
Connection?
Yeah, connection sa mga kababayan natin.
Yes.
Kasi parang kung ang CFO, ang lahat ng mga organizations,
Yes.
ang Buhay-buhay sa Amerika naman ay ang mga Pilipino, na yun ang mga individual, na naigigess natin dito para yun know, ma-share nila kung ano yung mga talents. You know, we have so many talents.
We made it to 4 years now, Cecil.
And I remember Ryan, the first time he
came as featured
here.
artist.
Yes, but look at where is he now? He's really, really famous now. And yun lang, no? Ito yung kagandahan sa mga Pilipinong nagkakaisa kasi yung buhay-buhay sa Amerika right now, kung tutuusin, lahat na feature mo rin lahat ng organizations na ito.
Cecile.
And hindi naman dahil sa kaibigan ko, ito si Rhia, wala na siyang ginawa kundi, you know, puntahan lahat ng mga events na ito just to lift up all these organizations. And I guess that's what we need talaga right now.
Salamat, Cecil. And we cannot forget, Cecil is the voice of Buhay-buhay sa Amerika. The voice over. At without Cecil's help, it was truly a help of the community. I remember Cecil and Erica and even Popsy, who passed away just recently. His family, Cecil's family, were the very first people who came in on our very first episode and even prayed for us. Kaya in the beginning of our show, it is a natural for us na we pray because our hope is that we can be used as an instrument to inspire our kababayan. And without God's, we can be used as God's mouthpiece. I see Bernales Furniture and Family Vlogs. Thank you so much, sis, for hello po sa kasamang host. Thank you so much, my friend in YouTube. And Hanna, you have anything else to say? We have 3 minutes to go.
I just want to extend another thank you to you, Auntie Cecil, and everything. Because, like, without your voice before the commercials, like, what if they did leave? But you, you stay. Like, don't leave.
Don't leave.
So they stay.
That's so sweet. Thank you, Hanna.
Yes, good job, Hanna. Thank you for reminding us how much we should appreciate ang ating sweet treats of Arizona. Hindi lang ang kanyang sweet voice, kung hindi ang kanyang
sweet face.
Yes, sweet face and also what she does for our community. Charlotte Kiluba says, I'm happy to join you today, Rhia. I miss your show. Thank you so much, my beautiful sister, Charlotte Kiluba, all the way from New York.
Wow.
She's from Congo, my husband's country. Yes, and to all of you, my friends, Ate Tess Bailon, Dr. Pam Sapanta, my Doña Meli, I see Lani Relyamas Patubo, and to all of you who join us, maraming salamat po. Madam, i-plug mo uli ang ating PIDC celebration today.
Okay, I'd like to invite everyone to please stay tuned. It started at 9 o'clock and it will end until 5 p.m. today. So I'd like to invite everyone to please visit the Council of Filipino Organizations of Arizona Facebook page and view all the local talents and information about the organization. And I'd like to invite all the organizations to please message us if you want to join, or join a particular group that you want to be with, and then they will, in turn let us know. So please don't forget.
Thank
Today,
you.
courtesy of Jen Facto Aquino, my
Yes.
savior.
Yes, everyone's savior. Jen is also our event coordinator for Buhay-buhay sa Amerika anniversary. And our anniversary is coming very soon. Please save the date for August 7.
4 years na yan?
Yes, we
My
made it to 4 years, Cecille.
Parang kailan
And,
lang.
yeah, parang kailan lang.
Yan ba ang inyong
mga
theme song?
pangarap ko'y kahirap. Pabutin, hindi. Parang ganun lang. Pero today, we celebrate Philippine Independence Day. Kaya lagi nating isip at isa puso ang pagmamahal sa ating bayan. At higit sa lahat, ang pagkakaisa ng ating buong mamamayan ang magpapaunlad sa ating bayang Pilipinas. Kaya maraming salamat po sa inyong pagsali sa aming episode today. We hope to see you on June 19 for Father's Day special episode. So, Cecille, Erica, my beautiful daughter Hanna, and Madam Alma de Garriz, maraming salamat. And I look forward to having you again. And Nico, of being our featured artist in the future, on our future episode. Cecille, let's all say, Mabuhay! See you again soon!
Islands in the touch of heaven, beautiful faces, beautiful cultures, beautiful races, beautiful places, mountains, beaches to the shore. We got more yet, that's for sure. People, fiestas, fun together. Every day is summer, you'll love the weather. Kahit ano, we got it all. Sa lupang sinangalan, ako'y natutong maglakad. Pangarap ko'y makasakay sa hangin lumilipad. Saan man ako, dalhin ako'y patuloy babalik. Kagaya ng tubig sa lupa'y hahalik. Nadadaan ang lahat sa sipag at dasal. May dalang liwanag ang pagmamahal. Shine Pilipinas, shine!
This was Buhay-buhay sa Amerika. Join us again next time at entremujeresradio.net. Hanggang sa muli, mabuhay!